Welcome back to North of the Broad. I'm your host, Karen Wyman, coming to you from Higher Ground in Beaufort. I'm joined this afternoon by Pete Palmer from the YMCA. Hey, Pete.
Hi, how are you, Karen?
I'm good. I'm glad to see you.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see you.
And we're going to talk about something that neither one of us know anything about, right?
Not a bit. Not a bit.
So we're here to talk about the Beaufort River Swim,
Yes.
Which is organized and benefits the YMCA.
It benefits the YMCA's Learn to Swim program.
Thank you. Okay.
And since the leading cause of death for kids between the age of 2 and 10 is accidental drowning, that I'd like to think that over the years what we've contributed to the YMCA's program has saved lives, literally human lives, because they can swim, not just survive, but can actually swim. So it's, to me, a rich thing.
It is a rich thing, and we know that from your own participation and leadership in this event, and my husband's participation over the last 10 years, right?
Yes.
10 years. So the Beaufort River Swim is going to take place, as we know, in the Beaufort River. Swimmers can meet on Saturday, June the 10th.
They meet Saturday, June the 10th, and register at 6:30 in the morning.
At the downtown marina.
At the downtown marina. We have to make it that early in order to catch the tide.
Right. I was going to say the tide's always part of this.
The tide dominates, yeah.
Yep. And so, like you said, the proceeds for this race, what is the registration fee for the race?
The registration fee for it is, I believe, $50.
Okay, about $50. We can check that out on the website if we don't know for sure right now. And the proceeds go to the Learn to Swim program.
And all the proceeds go into the YMCA's Learn to Swim program. Last year, the YMCA had 1,500 lessons given out that were by scholarship, over half of which are funded by the River Swim.
Awesome. So,
saving lives.
Yeah, and we know, right, so the reason it's so important is when you live in a place like this where you're surrounded by water, the proximity to water, people going into the water who have never really had any formalized swimming, and the change in tides around here can be dangerous to lots of people.
It is dangerous if you're not comfortable swimming.
Absolutely. So how does someone find out more about the swim if they're not watching this right now? Well, they are watching this right now because we want them to be watching, and they're looking to find a little more information about the length of the swim, how the tides impact the swim, and they want to register. They're going to go where? They
go to the BeaufortRiverswim.com, the website BeaufortRiverswim.com. But in quick summary, it's a 3.2-mile race.
As some people call it.
As some people call it. I refer to it as a swim because it's survival. And then there is a 1 mile fun swim that is from the hospital, from the Beaufort Memorial Hospital dock over. And once the swimmers, the competitive people, get by, they come out, and what happens is they learn by doing that. Gee, I can deal with open water because it's a different world. So anyways, 3.2 miles sounds like a long way, and it is. It takes somebody like me about an hour. So that's a long time to swim without stopping or pushing off of a wall.
And I mean, I've been and participated as a supporter
of
this particular event, and for my husband. But who normally participates in this event? Obviously, there's people who are in the swim club, in the Masters Club, like yourself.
Well, there are people who swim competitively now. There are lots of triathletes do it because this is a marvelous tune-up for the tri people. And basically people have asked me, well, should I do it? If you're not comfortable swimming the mile in a pool, then probably you shouldn't do it.
Right.
Try the 1 mile, okay? Which with the current will probably take you 20 minutes or something, which is not quite so daunting.
No.
And more than a few people have done the 1 mile and then got enthused and are doing the bigger one.
Right. So just to summarize everything that we've talked about, so swimmers get start at 6:30 a.m. They get signed up and everything down there at the Beaufort Marina, and then you transport them.
We bus them over. We bus them over to Port Royal.
Right, and they take that plunge off.
We plunge off there, and we have a starter by the name of Jim Carroll, who's an All-American swimmer.
He's a wonderful guy. I know that guy too.
Yeah, and so he's going to be our formal starter. And then you go out there, and for the first time, we have really big buoys that that are huge.
So you've got some good navigational beacons and buoys
for sure. and you can go from buoy to buoy to buoy with some sense that you actually know where you're going.
Yep, I know. The first time you do that swim, I know it's a
It's
little
scary.
bit challenging.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
Yep.
Can
Pete,
be.
we so appreciate you coming and talking about this event that we know you're just so passionate about, and really giving back to the community, right? This is a community event.
Yeah.
It's a Beaufort River Swim on June the 10th, and we encourage as many people as possible who feel that they can swim that distance to come out to participate, have fun, and do something good.
And if they don't want to do that, then come down and watch. And there's going to be Kona ice truck is going to be there. Higher Ground is going to be there with goodies to share. So there's actually stuff to do, as well as cheer the people coming in, watch them stagger in, and say, "Oh, good, I'm glad it's you, not me." But it is fun, and you're out of there, as I say, by 11 o'clock in the morning.
Well, wonderful. We appreciate your time so
Karen,
much.
thank you.
You're welcome, Pete.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with our next guest on North of the Broad.